What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. Merry Christmas, by the way. If you're watching this today, came out, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. We are doing a playthrough today of Zapdos, the electric Pokemon. It is called the electric Pokemon. It's not called the electric bird Pokemon. You think it'd be that. It's just called the electric Pokemon. The Galarian form of this Pokemon is actually called the Strong Legs Pokemon. It's very weird. Not anything to do with this playthrough. I just thought it was a very weird fact that I found about this Pokemon. So let's dive into this legendary slow growth monster of a Pokemon. It's actually very powerful. HP is 90, attack is 90, defense is 85, special is 125, and speed is 100. So special is by far our best stat. That works with all of our electric moves that we get. Speed is 100, so we're going to outspeed most things in this game. And then defense is 85, and that's our lowest stat. So if that's our lowest stat, we're in good hands because, I mean, if that's going to be our lowest stat, we just got to take some hits. But we're going to deal out so much damage with this Pokemon, we're probably not going to get hit very much at all. So defense is 85, attack is 90. So we are flying type, so any flying type move will coincide with attack stat. And then HP is 90 as well. So that's not too bad. So across the board, fantastic stats. We're going to do very well with this Pokemon, just about how well we'll do. And that's going to be dictated more or less by the moveset. So this Pokemon is a Pokemon you don't get to level 50, so a lot of moves are skewed towards level 50. That's why you only start with Thunder Shock and Drill Peck, and you get nothing until level 51. So the way you get this Pokemon is if you go to Misty City and you go towards Rock Tunnel, there's a spot of water on the right side next to it. So don't go in the tunnel. You go around and there's what's called the power plant. In that power plant, you can catch Electabuzz if it's a certain version of the game. You can catch a whole bunch of electric types. There's some moves you can get. You can get Thunder. You can also get a rare candy, but you also can get Zapdos in there as well. He's a level 50 or 40. I think it's 50, but it could be 40. I could be wrong on that. But he's available there, and you can catch him. And yeah, so Thunder Shock is our first move. 40 base power, 100% accurate, and it is 60 with stab. So this is our first move that works with special. Doesn't really help us with the first gym, but at the first gym it's very powerful until we upgrade that move. We also get Drill Peck, which I believe is the best flying type move in the game. 80 base power, 120 with stab, 100% accurate. And with these two moves combined, you get 50 power points you can use to get through the first part of the game. We are going to fly through the first part of the game without having to heal very often. So that wasn't the case with Articuno until we got a third move. But with Articuno, we just had Peck and Ice Beam, so we had to kind of keep a better eye on it. But with this Pokemon, I don't think we're going to have to. So we don't get nothing from level 5 until 51. Via level up, I should say. Thunder is a 120 base power, 180 with stab, 70% accurate move with 10 power points. I hate this move. It's so inaccurate. I would rather take something more consistent and lower power than something very high power but hits not very often. It says 70%, but it feels more like 40 or 50%. So it's a coin flip every time you have a move. You have to use it. So I don't prefer this move at all. I don't think I've ever actually used it in my playthroughs. Agility, what it does is it ups our speed, which again, axe to grind. I don't know why already fast Pokemon get agility. You think a Pokemon that's slow would get this to increase their ability to outspeed the opposition, but a fast Pokemon gets it. But what I'm going to praise about it is it does give us the Bass Boost glitch, which will up all our other stats by 12.5% as it's upping our speed. So good to have. I'm not going to complain about having it. It doesn't make sense why fast Pokemon already get it. And then Light Screen we're not going to use. It just ups your defense, or it's like special defense goes up is what it is. So if we had to play through with just this moveset, just these 5 moves, you could probably do pretty well. Drill Peck, you'd bite the bullet and use Thunder because it's just way more powerful than Thunder Shock, Agility, and Light Screen. You probably could do pretty well. However, we do have a pretty decent TM moveset, not quite as broad as Articuno, but we do have a pretty decent one. So let's go over that. Razor Wind, we're not going to use. It's garbage. Whirlwind, not going to use. It's garbage. Toxic's garbage. Takedown's garbage. Double Edge is not bad, and it would work well with our high attack or the attack stat of his Pokemon. But Takedown and Double Edge don't make sense to me, and I'm really just trying to fill time with some complaints. But you'll probably agree with me. You get Double Edge in the Rocket Game Corner, underground hideout. And then you get Takedown and Silphco. If you look at how powerful they are, they should be swapped. You should get Takedown first, and then be able to get the Double Edge, which is the better version of Takedown, in my opinion. But that's just me. Hyper Beam, we probably could use with this Pokemon. We're probably not going to. If we didn't have any other moves to do, I would say go for it, but we do, so we don't need to use Hyper Beam. It is very powerful, 150 base power and 90% accurate. It's just you got to buy it from the game corner. It just takes too much, not in-game time because we pause the time, but it just takes too much real life time, real time. So Rage we're not going to use. It might be useful early, but we get it so late in the game, it's not worth it. It's around like I think you get it in Safari Zone. So Thunderbolt is the move that is our bread and butter with this Pokemon. 95 base power, 100% accurate. With stab, you're looking at about 133 base power move. Very powerful, very useful. And yeah, that's going to be a great move to have very early. We just got to beat Brock's Gym to do it. Thunder, I've already went over that. Mimic will help us copy a move from the opposition. Might be useful in this Pokemon. Double Team is outlawed. Reflect can be used, probably won't use it. Bite will be used for about 30 seconds just to catch a flying Pokemon, and I'll explain why we're not going to use Fly here in a minute. Swift, 60 base power, might use, but probably not. Sky Attack, probably not. Even though it's 140 base power, it's 210 with Stab and 90% accurate. It's not as good as Drill Peck, and I'll explain that once I get through the rest of the moves. Rest probably will be used with this Pokemon. Thunder Wave will not be used. Substitute won't be used. Fly won't be used, and Flash. So we have the best. In my mind, we have the best flying move in the game, which is Drill Peck at 80 base power, 120 with Stab. Okay. If you look at Sky Attack is 140 but 210. But that's over 2 turns. So over 2 turns, you're going to do 210 power. Okay? Not 210 damage. It could be more, it could be less. But 210 power. Okay? Over 2 turns, Drill Peck will do 120 power twice. Okay? So here's the inherent advantage to Drill Peck. I can knock the Pokemon out. They don't get a chance to attack me at all. I can do that over 2 turns. Okay? You can have 2 Pokemon knocked out in that time frame. With Sky Attack, you have a turn of going up in the air, setting up the attack, and then a turn where you attack them. I call the first turn a turn of vulnerability, where you can get hit. It's not like Fly. If it was like Fly, it'd be a little different discussion. Fly go up in the air and no one can hit you, and then you come back down and hit the opposition. Okay, Sky Attack, you go up in the air, and they can hit you, they can paralyze you, they can knock you out, they can poison you, they can put you to sleep, and you're flying around in the air just falling asleep and stuff. And then the turn of attack doesn't happen. Okay? And also 90% accurate, Drill Peck's 100% accurate, Fly is actually only 95% accurate. So Drill Peck just makes way more sense. You have, it's definitely going to hit. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't take 2 turns, but that's why Sky Attack is not useful for this Pokemon. Now, Moltres and Articuno, that's a different discussion, and we'll talk about that in those videos. But, yeah, our in-game moveset, if you're looking at our moveset, so looking here, we're looking at Drill Peck, Agility, and looking back at our TM moveset, probably Thunderbolt, and then a combination of Mimic and Rest will be the other move. Maybe Double Edge, possibly, if we just need to hire some kind of attack. Well, probably not. We have Drill Peck, so that probably won't happen. So it'll be a combination of Mimic and Rest would probably be our last move. Let's go and go over the rules of this playthrough real quick. We can only use Zapdos in battle. If we need to catch HMs, we can use other Pokemon for that. We don't really need to do that much anymore. I've kind of found a way around the game, so I don't have to do that. But it's a rule, so I'm going over it. Running clock with 3 exceptions. 1 is Lieutenant searches gym. 2 is Celadon City to buy some stuff, sell some stuff, run errands. And 3, our final exception, is if we need to get a move from the Rocket Game Corner, we can pause the timer for that. We don't really need to do that with this Pokemon, but I'm just going to go over it nonetheless. It is one of the rules. No glitches or exploits allowed. The Pokédoll, the Masingo glitch, not allowed. But the badge boost glitch is, because we can't help that. If someone leers us, it does the badge boost. Can't help it. And items in battle, other than Ethers. And that's to counter my negligence, not to really give the Pokemon any kind of edge or anything. So while you're here, it would really be helpful if you subscribed. It helps the channel. It's a one person doing all this. I do the playthroughs, I do the voiceover, do the editing, all of it. So I really appreciate it, and shows that you care, and it really helps the channel grow. Trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year. We are on, this is Christmas, so there's not a lot of time left for that, but I'm still going to try nonetheless. And also my Instagram and Twitter is on the page. So let's go back and give a prediction for this Pokemon. After looking at its moveset and kind of just mentally plotting out the game, I don't see where this Pokemon's going to have any real problems. Although, Brock is our first gym, Drill Peck is going to do pretty good against Brock. And we're going to outspeed, so anytime something's countering that, it doesn't have rock moves. They don't have, Rock Throw or Rock Slide. So they just have normal moves. Your defense is pretty solid. So I don't see Brock taking up too much time. It just may be a long battle, but I don't see him winning. So that's the first thing. And then the only time I see like another struggle is one of the Giovanni fights. You don't have anything super great against Giovanni, and I think that could be detrimental, especially the third fight. Third fight, he has a really well-balanced team, and you just don't have anything great against his team. You can use the Mimic strategy on the Doug Trio, but Doug Trio is going to know he can't use Dig against you because you're flying, so he's going to go for Slash or he's going to go for Growl. And so if he goes for Growl, that's going to cut down your attack stat. Now all of a sudden the move you have, Dig, is not useful, and you have nothing that's special that can affect them because you can't learn Ice Beam or anything like that, or Water Gun even, or Bubble Beam. So that could be an issue. I don't know if it'll be an issue for a long time. That could be an issue. All in all, though, I hope this Pokemon is on par with Articuno, and I hope it's under 55 minutes. I think it'll be under between 50 and 55 minutes. Articuno did beat the game in 49 minutes and some seconds. I think we could be on pace to that until we get to Giovanni, because Giovanni is probably going to require some unique working arounding to get the battle done. So we'll see about that. But I think between 50 and 55 minutes is a good guesstimation for this Pokemon. And it could be even better. It just depends on how good, bad, or whatever the battle with Giovanni is. But I don't see anyone in the Elite Four giving him problems. The only one I think could for like 10 seconds is Bruno with Onix. But honestly, just if you knock out Onix and you get to the next Pokemon, you can mimic Ice Punch and you can sweep them. So I don't see that being a problem. So the biggest problem, though, 100% is going to be the Giovanni fight, the third gym leader. And it could be problematic, but we'll see. But that's my guess. That's my prediction. So my prediction is, like I said, between 50 and 55 minutes. My most optimistic prediction I can make is under 50 minutes. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. I think we'll pace it for a while, and then Giovanni's gym will give us some fits. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And like I said, Merry Christmas. This is a time of the year for, giving and family, so I hope you spend time with your families this weekend. Well, happy holidays, too. Not everyone celebrates Christmas. But, other than that, the video for this comes out on Friday. I'm really excited about it. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Have a good one. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on Friday.